Hi guys, today I'm gonna tell you the story of my fourth day of very big adventure that is called Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge 2021. In the fourth day I had a plan to improve the trigger system, tuning of trigger system in my FX Impact M3. And I want to say that we succeeded doing this because now I have single stage, very short and extremely light trigger. I like it very much and it doesn't make me worry about shooting, and the less moments I have to worry about, the more accurate I can shoot, and it's very good as for me. Thanks to Justin Jacobson and Utah Airguns for their help, their assistance, their information support in upgrading and tuning my FX Impact M3. I want to say that I was really impressed by the easiness of adjusting any settings in this airgun. In my previous experiences, I had to disassemble the whole gun to make all settings I need. Here we have valve tension, hammer spring tension, regulator number 1, regulator number 2, trigger adjustment, and I don't have to disassemble gun because we have all the regulations from the outside. It's just perfect as for me. Another moment I had to think about is to making my gun even more heavy than it was made with my special weights that I made from melted lead and brought it from Russia. I've found a solution and probably you will see it later on my photos and videos. The only thing I can say now that my airgun weighs almost 24 pounds, and when it's on the bench it's just rock solid. You will see it later when I will show you shooting to 100 yards distance. If to take into account the power of this airgun, the weight of the projectile, it's just perfect for me. It's very easy to shoot. I don't have to care about the strong holding of the gun because it's heavy. It's really heavy and it's great. Before going to the shooting range for my shooting practice, I decided to check the sighting of the scope and to zero it at the horizontal axis, not to have any additional false holdover to 100 yards distance, and just to have clear wind drift of the pellet and to understand how it is. Especially I wanna mark that moment that this airgun was out of the box. We didn't do anything with its barrel. We just made the adjustments and we've got perfect accuracy. I think that I won't lie to you if I say that I've never met such accuracy of any airgun out of the box. And of course I'm very satisfied with this. During my preparations to leave from Russia to the United States for Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge, I had to decide which things are the most important for me as a shooter and which of them I have to take with me. So there are several parameters that we have to think about. First of all, it's airgun that I couldn't take with me. Then projectiles. Of course, I've taken 10 tins of unsorted pellets, GSB Monster Designs, and I've got about 200 very well sorted pellets that I will use to shoot competitions. Another thing is your bag rest that you use. I usually use the same bag for a lot of years, I think about 5 years, and it has sand in it. So I've taken it with the sand from Russia to the United States. Another parameter is scope. It's very important to be used for shooting your scope, your reticle, to know wind holdover. The next parameter is wind flags. The best with wind flags is your wind flags, and I used to work with these flags for already 4 years, and my brains know how to work with them. It's very important because in most situations I do it unconscious. If I try to think hard, or if I try to analyze too much the wind conditions, nothing will go well. I do it on my instincts, shooting instincts, and I've got to believe them because I trained a lot to work this out. As you can see, the wind was very moderate at the shooting range this day, and I think it's very good because I had my first shooting practice with absolutely ready airgun for competitions in such a light wind conditions, I would say. Anyway, it wasn't still there, so I had to shoot well and to understand how my pellet flies. I've made 3 matches. The first match was made with uncleaned barrel, and still I've got 225 scores and 5x. So from the very first try I've repeated the result of Extreme Bench Rest 2019. Of course, I was very satisfied with it. In the second match I've made one critical mistake. I think it's due to lack of sleep and jet lag. By the way, I still can't sleep well. If I sleep 5 or 6 hours, it's very happy for me. And I've just missed the cross with the left mill hash on the reticle. So I've got 4 score because my pellet flight to the next target. Anyway, in the second match I've got 218 scores. That is not bad, but of course I could do much better. Before shooting the second match I've cleaned the barrel, because another parameter every shooter must know is how many shots can the barrel of his air gun make after cleaning it, make accurately, and how soon after cleaning the barrel this barrel starts shooting well. As for me, I can say that in this situation and with my barrel, 10 shots are enough to get back to high accuracy, and that's just splendid. The third match I've got 228 score. Of course I was very happy. You are now watching the third match, and after that I decided that it's time to stop training because I was really tired. I didn't know the specifics of Utah legislation that you can buy liquors only in special state liquor shops. So I decided to go to one of them and try some Utah whiskey and bourbon. I've got, I think, good ones there and tried them. I want to say that they're really good. They're tasty. They smell perfectly. But as for me, they are too strong because I prefer 40 degrees whiskey alcohol. Anyway, I must say that it's very good. Another thing that I've got to decide every time I came to the United States is what to eat here, because healthy food is rather expensive, and usually I try to cook myself if I have this opportunity. As I live in the hotel, I don't have this opportunity, and just I found the place where I can buy some recently cooked food and already hot. So I've taken some slices of baked turkey, and I was really happy with it because it's healthy food and just I ate very well. As for my breakfast, I've just bought some good bread, a piece of cheese, and that's my usual breakfast in Russia, so that's also fine. Now you're watching the very first match where I've shot with uncleaned barrel. As you could see, there were some spirals, but you've got to understand that during my shooting practice I shoot with unsorted pellets. They're straight out of the tin, and they had very hard way from Russia to the United States in my baggage. So some of them probably deformed. I do not choose them. Some of them have a deformed skirt of the pallet, so it may happen this way. But even in this situation, accuracy is fine. Guys, it took about 5 hours to prepare this short video. I hope that you will like it and put like under it and subscribe on my channel, because as far as you understand, I make this all after hard practice day. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye guys.